Hi everybody, my name is Johnny Piazza, and I want to welcome you to this episode of Dream Makers. Welcome to the show, everybody. And on this episode of Dream Makers, we've got two very special hunts coming up. They're turkey hunts. But first, before we get into it, let me tell you a little bit about the Outdoor Adventure Foundation. Dream Makers is brought to you by the Outdoor Adventure Foundation, and they specialize specifically in providing hunts and other outdoor adventures to those that need them the most. You know, young people with disabilities, cancer, other life-threatening illnesses. They're bringing these kids out, they're showing them a good time, and they're just letting them have fun in the outdoors and experience everything life has to offer. You know, the Outdoor Adventure Foundation, they don't just take kids out on these outdoor adventures. They also take out disabled veterans, let them have some fun, forget the past, and just show our appreciation as Americans for what they've done for us. Now that being said, let's get into it because I'm excited. We've got two hunters coming up and we're gonna have a great time. Now I'm a big time hunter, I love it, but there is nothing that I love more than turkey hunting. Turkey hunting is a great way to get out there, engage with the animal, be on the move, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
You're hearing that gobble, you're getting all riled up, you never know what's gonna happen, and it's a great way to take these kids out and show them an awesome time and give them a lot of action. Now our next hunter up, his name is Jarod. And Jarod is actually no stranger to turkey hunting. He's done a lot of it in the past. But unfortunately, Jarod had something happen to him that he just couldn't control.
I had a brain aneurysm in my brain stem, and it caused me to be in the hospital for about 4 months.
Since he was, I guess, 5 or 6 years old, I've been dragging him all over the place, hunting with me, and he's got his first deer when he was young, and I think 6. Been pig hunting all of his life with me, and duck hunting and deer hunting, and yeah, so a few years ago we started chasing turkeys a little bit. I've always chased turkeys, but he wanted to get a Grand Slam, and yeah, definitely give us something to look forward to.
So Jarod's going after his Grand Slam on turkeys. And for those of you that don't know, there are 4 subspecies of turkeys that make up the Grand Slam. There's the Osceola, the Eastern, the Merriam, and the Rio. Now the thing about those 4 birds is that they are spread all over the country in different parts of it. So getting a Grand Slam is no easy task. Now the one bird left on Jarod's slam is the Osceola, and you can only find the Osceola in one place, Florida. So Jarod and his dad got to pack the bags and head out to Florida. You know, no matter who you are or what your situation is, you can't go back, you can't change the past and the hand you're dealt. But what you can do is you can not let it limit you moving forward in life. And Jarod has done just that. And Outdoor Adventure Foundation helps people do that. And it's dang sure helpful to have people and guides that take these guys out and show them a good time. People just like our guide on this hunt, Randall.
My name's Captain Randall Marsh. I'm the owner and head guide at South Zone Outfitters. We do fishing and hunting in Florida. I chase turkeys, hogs, alligators, deer, and predators. We also do fishing the rest of the year. I was contacted by the Outdoor Adventure Foundation to run this hunt, and I couldn't think of a better way to spend my week 2 here in the South Zone.
Now I'm actually from Florida, the Sunshine State. And you know what the Sunshine State is known for? Oranges. So when you know it, this trip, our guys, they're gonna be hunting in an orange grove.
Jarod and his dad got here yesterday about 3:30, and we quickly threw them in the car, and our plan was we were either gonna be able to see the birds going off to roost and maybe have a chance to call them in, or at least be able to watch them go to roost for the next morning.
Now the thing about turkeys is they can't smell you, so the good Lord gave them a little bit of extra eyesight and hearing to make up for that. They can see extremely well. So the first thing they're gonna have to do is get situated and set up a nice blind to make sure that these turkeys coming in can't see what's going on. Once they get the blind all situated, Randall goes out, sets a few decoys out on the road, comes back, starts calling. It doesn't take long for the birds to start showing up. A few hens stroll in, and eventually some toms, nice toms.
The bird came in, kind of hung out at 60 yards, was kind of henned up.
Turkeys are infamous for hanging up just out of reach. Jarod's in a special situation. They don't want to be shooting far, and these birds are at 60 yards. They're working their way into the decoys, but they're not coming fast enough. So the guys are just gonna hang tight, enjoy the show, and see what happens. So the guys saw a few good longbeards, and they know one thing. They know where they're coming back in the morning. Stick with us, Dream Makers will be right back. These dreams were made possible by Cullen Children's Foundation, Sanford Health, the Ingolstadt Foundation, and Shields. So the guys get out in the stand early in the morning, and you gotta do that when you're turkey hunting. You know, birds start waking up, you gotta set up decoys, you need time to get all settled. Well, the guys gotta jump on these birds, hens start flying in.
They flew over right where they were supposed to. Unfortunately, the gobbler wasn't with them this morning, so we just kind of hung out and we did some slow calling, heard very little.
Easy turkey hunts are hard to come by. The hens come in, but the gobbler never shows. But that's okay, because the guys are gonna hang out, they're gonna keep calling, and they're gonna hope a tom eventually shows up. The best thing you can hope for is a late morning hunt when those hens are fed up with the toms and those toms are looking for love. As turkey hunters, I can tell you this much, we live for the gobble. Problem is, they don't always gobble, but that doesn't mean they're not coming in. So that's why, no matter the time of day, you never let your guard down.
Here they come. They're coming from the left over here. They're coming right here. Look down the road, and 400 yards down the road, here he's coming.
Now this tom, he catches the guys by surprise, and he's coming in quick.
I take a peek out and I realize he's covered 250 yards in a very short amount of time.
He's acting like he's going left. Turn your gun, turn. Do you have an opening? Do you have an opening? Take it when it clears. Do you have an opening through there?
Yeah.
Okay, shoot him.
Nice! Nice!
Being an experienced turkey hunter, he doesn't waste any time threading the needle. And old Randall, he just couldn't contain himself.
Congratulations, brother.
Hand me your gun.
You may be in the 12-inch club, man.
Now, if you're a turkey hunter, you love it because of the excitement. Now, your levels of excitement may vary depending on who you are, but every now and then, you just gotta get up and do a little dance.
The turkey dance. I love the turkey dance. I dance like a turkey when we shoot him.
Let's see your excitement, bud.
Come on, bud.
Good job. Good job.
Woo! Look at that. Look at those spurs, man.
That's good for an Osceola, man.
Dude, he might have it, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, that's 11 at least. How much of a gap did you have?
Not that much.
Not that much, because see, there was no gap, whereas I was like, if you have a gap, shoot him, because he ain't coming back.
I thought it was a great hunt. We'd like to thank the Outdoor Adventure Foundation and our guide, Randall, for making this happen. It was a fun hunt. Jarod made a good shot. He was definitely looking forward to it. We were trying to work on an Osceola hunt before this happened. Then he had the aneurysm last year and it put everything on hold, and we're trying to make it happen again. And at the last minute, it didn't work out, and you guys stepped in and really helped us out, and he's able to finish up his Grand Slam. So he has been hunting a long time and loves the outdoors, loves to hunt, and the aneurysm kind of changed things a little bit, but he's still same Jarod likes to hunt, a little bit quieter. Yeah, he was really looking forward to getting outside again. So
It's fun being a guy because you get to fish or hunt, you know, people from all backgrounds and states and specialties and stuff like this. And you know, but my favorite people to guide are honestly the kids. I feel like not only are you passing something on that, you know, that someone passed on to you, but as well you you know, you're getting to see somebody do something for the first time a lot of times. I mean, Jarod, you know, he shot a lot of turkeys, but he's never shot an Osceola. He finished out his slam today. So it's just great to see kids. You know, it's one thing to have a good friend in the blind with you, or a great client that comes back year after year, but seeing that smile on a kid's face, or even the anticipation of that hunt, there's a lot to be said for that. And part of the reason I love guiding so much. Couldn't be more happy for our hunter, couldn't be more happy for his father, and it was a really good hunt.
So Jarod had a successful hunt. He completed his Grand Slam and marked off one of his dreams. Now that's what Dream Makers and the Outdoor Adventure Foundation are all about. Helping these kids get out there, have some fun, and create memories of a lifetime. If you want to help the cause, please go to outdooradventurefoundation.org. We would love to hear from you. So we got an Osceola on the ground, a successful hunt in the books, but let me tell you something. You got to stick with us, because coming up, we're still hunting turkeys, only this time they're eastern birds. These dreams were made possible by Cullen Children's Foundation, Sanford Health, the Ingolstadt Foundation, and Shields. If you've got a question, we've got an answer. This is Dream Makers Q&A. All right, everybody, I got a fresh one here from Jerry from North Dakota. He says, I'm a landowner interested in hosting a hunt for the Outdoor Adventure Foundation. Who or how do I contact OAF regarding hosting something like this? Jerry, that is an awesome question, and I'm glad you want to get involved. Now, if you're out there and if you're an outfitter or a landowner and you want to somehow contribute to the Outdoor Adventure Foundation, the person to contact is Brian Solom. Brian Solom is the founder of the Outdoor Adventure Foundation, and he's very involved. Whether it's out in the field or signing people up, he's kind of a do-it-all kind of guy. So if you want to reach out to him, we'll put his information up on the screen. You can either call him or send him an email. And if you're out there and if you're an outfitter or a landowner and you want to get involved, please contribute, because I promise you one thing. The only person who might have more fun than the people's lives you're changing is you yourself. Thank you for the question, Jerry. And if you have a question, please go over to our Facebook page or go to our website, outdooradventurefoundation.org. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Now, we just got done taking down an Osceola deep down in South Florida. But now we're heading north, way north, all the way up to North Dakota. Now, North Dakota has two different subspecies of turkeys there. Now, on the western side of the state, they've got the Merriam turkey. And the Merriam is extremely pretty. It's got a lot of white in its tail fan and a lot of white in its feathers. But on the eastern side, they've got the subspecies known as, you guessed it, the eastern. Now, our next recipient, his name is Reece. And like all of our recipients, he's had a really tough time in life. So he is really looking forward to getting out the woods and hunting some turkeys.
I had congenital kyphosis, which is where my back was humped over, so I had to get some rods and screws and a spacer put into my back. I had 3 heart surgeries, and so 4 surgeries total. The heart ones, I was a baby, so I didn't remember those, but the back one, yeah, was hard. I'm doing great. I'm back to normal. I can do everything. I like hunting a lot, and it's just really fun.
Now, the Outdoor Adventure Foundation and Dream Makers would not be able to provide these hunts and dreams to its recipients without volunteers. And one volunteer that has helped immensely on a whole bunch of hunts, his name is Paul. And he's a big-time turkey hunter, and he's a great guy.
It's Paul Boucher, this is Carl Bauer, and our hunter Reece right here.
Hi, Reece. Nice to meet you. You like to hunt, or have you hunted before?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So what's our plan for tomorrow? Are we going to be down over here? I see you got one of the blinds sitting down there.
yep, that one's I got out in the middle of the food plot. I think we're going to be back in the woods about 50 yards. And it seems like they're staying in the woods more this spring.
Now, the good thing about turkeys is that they gobble, and you can figure out where they are, and you can make a plan, even if that plan is for the next day. So what a lot of people do is they roost the birds. And what that means is they find out where they're gobbling last, where they're up in the roost, so they can sneak in real early in the morning, get set up, and hopefully put a gobbler on the ground.
Do they roost in the same area?
A lot of times,
Regularly?
yep,
Okay.
yep. There's 2 spots that roost in like 50 to 75 yards, then one that's about 150 away from where the blind's set up. So
Yeah, we don't want to spook them.
Yeah.
Okay.
you don't want to be right underneath them when you're turkey hunting. because when they come out of the roost, or going in is where it's harder in the mornings, because you might spook them a little bit. That's kind of why we want to get in there when it's dark out, so they don't see you, and to give them time to settle down.
So the guys have a plan for the morning. They know where the birds are at, and they know where they gotta be. So what they gotta do, they gotta get some rest tonight, and they gotta get in there real early in the morning, because a pivotal part about turkey hunting is getting set up before the turkeys start talking. So they're set up, and these birds are gobbling on the roost, and they hit the ground, and before you know it, they've already got birds in front of them. They got a few jakes, nothing they want to pull the trigger at, and they're still a little bit far out. So the guys don't get a bird on this run, but that's no big deal. What a lot of anti-hunters and non-hunters don't understand is that we don't love hunting because you get to kill something. It's about a whole lot more than that. And in this situation, it's a perfect opportunity for Paul to share his knowledge and let Reece have a little bit of fun.
Oh, this one doesn't help. No, that's just a fiberglass rod. Yeah, a little more straight up and down.
These dreams were made possible by Cullen Children's Foundation, Sanford Health, the Ingolstadt Foundation, and Shields. So the guys didn't have any luck on their first sit, but that's no big deal. One of the things I love about turkey hunting, because I can get a little antsy sometimes, is if you're not having any luck, you can just pick up shop and go somewhere else. So Paul gets everybody set up in the new spot. He puts out some decoys, hops in the blind, and he starts talking turkey. Now, not long after Paul starts calling, birds start showing up. First to come in is a few juvenile jakes. They're not wanting to pull the trigger on those. So they're just gonna sit tight and see what else comes in. Now let me tell you something. There is only one thing on the face of this earth better than seeing a big old longbeard coming in. And that's seeing 5 longbeards coming in. And I'll tell you what, they're reading the script.
There's 4 or 5 toms coming.
Y'all get to see how big this was? What a nice fan.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations. So proud of you, man.
Right off the last minute.
Yeah, that's perfect. That is awesome.
You know, it's not every day that you get the founder of an organization out in the field mixing it up and getting his hands dirty, but Brian Solom is the founder of the Outdoor Adventure Foundation, and he tries to go on as many of these hunts as he possibly can, and he definitely enjoys every single one of them.
Congratulations, Reece.
Yeah, holy cow.
Wow. Wow, look at that big noodle.
Nice burst.
One shot, one kill.
Nice. That's right, good job. Oh, this is fantastic. He got it. It was a long day. We got up at 4 a.m., got out here, sat a lot, drove a lot, and in the last, probably 15, 20 minutes of lighty. he put one down. It's fantastic. I'm just so proud of him. This is great. First turkey. Many more to come, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Outdoor Adventure Foundation, for a great hunt.
A heartfelt thank you so much to Brian Solom for giving Reece the opportunity, and for Paul to invite us out here onto his property and stay with Reece the whole time, and Dave, you too. I mean, this is very, very cool. Can't thank you all enough. Fantastic day. Fantastic day. How about it?
Yeah.
You gonna be able to carry that big boy out?
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for watching this episode. I've had an awesome time. There is not much that gets my gears going more than a turkey hunt. We got to go all the way down to South Florida and take a nice Osceola with Jarod. And then we went all the way up north to North Dakota and took a beautiful Eastern with Reece. We had an awesome time with both of them. But the truth of the matter is that neither of these dreams could have been made possible without the Outdoor Adventure Foundation. Now, the Outdoor Adventure Foundation, their sole mission is providing these dreams and other outdoor adventures for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabled veterans. And the Outdoor Adventure Foundation couldn't do what they do without the generosity of others. Now, if you want more information on how to get involved, please go to our website. You don't just have to donate money. You can donate your time, you can be a volunteer, or you can be like Randall and Paul. You can donate a hunt, or you can let somebody come out on your property and just have a good time. My name's Johnny Piazza, and I want to thank you for watching this episode of Dream Makers.